Welcome to my video on the cube, calculating the surface area and volume. But first of all, let's look at the definition of a cube. A cube is a three-dimensional solid figure with 6 equal square faces, 12 equal edges, and 8 vertices. All edges are the same length, and each face meets another at a right angle. Okay, I grabbed some examples of cubes. So let's just see really if that meets the definition. So here just a dice and a couple of blocks. This is like a kid's block. So let's look at this. So three-dimensional, we've got that. We got 6 equal faces. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's good. 12 edges. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 down the bottom. They're on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 12 edges. 8 vertices. These are the vertices where the edges meet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 vertices. All edges are the same length and each face meets at a right angle. So let's measure the edges. That's 45, 45. I'm not going to measure all of them, but just get a good representative sample. And they're all basically 45 millimeters in length. So that all edges are the same length and each face meets another at a right angle. So let's get our protractor out, put this on here, see what the angle actually is. Okay, put that on there, that's 90 degrees. So this one is also 90 degrees. We'll measure one more and call it good. So all these are 90 degrees. So that is a right angle. So we're going to consider this a cube. So let's get to calculating the surface area and the volume. I'll just draw my representative cube here. There we go. Okay, on a cube, since everything is equal, the edges are equal, and everything's a right angle, really there's just one dimension that defines a cube, and that's just going to be the length of one of the edges. Like this distance here, because they're all the same. Each one of these are the same by definition. And we just show that with a ruler. They're all 45 millimeters. So that's our basic definition. Now the surface area is going to be equal to 6 times this distance squared. And let's see why that is. It's obvious once you think about it, because that's same length here. So each of these are the same length. So the area of a square is just the edges squared. So it's S squared. So that's the area of that. Now we've got 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 6 times this length of the edge squared is our surface area. And our volume is just going to be S cubed, because it's the length, height, times the depth determines the volume of an object, a square object like this, or rectangular object. And so it's just S cubed. Now, we measured just a second ago that S was equal to 45 millimeters. So the surface area now is going to be 6S squared, which is 6 times 45 squared. Get my calculator out. Let's clear it. 6 times 45 quantity squared. Enter. Okay, so that's going to be 12,150, and that is going to be millimeters squared because it's a unit of area. So that's our surface area. That's our first answer. Now let's calculate the volume. So the volume is just S cubed. So that's 45 raised to the third power. I can do that on our calculator here. Let's clear our calculator. So we've got 45. Now we use this key here, the up arrow key, and then 3 to the power, enter. So 45 to the third power, 91,125. And that's going to be millimeters cubed. So there is our volume. Turn our calculator off. Surface area and volume of the cube, actually of this cube right here. Well, I hope you got something out of this video and learned a little bit about the surface area and volume of a cube. And if you did, give me a like, thumbs up, and thank you for watching.